Hello, this is Patricia Brooks, and this is Courage Concept number 39. Some regrets don't have to remain as such. The coronavirus pandemic crisis has awakened humanity, and a lot of us have, after the dust settled, have taken stock with how we had been living our lives before the crisis. The question I have for you is, what emotions did you experience when you look back at the last several years of your life and how you were living it? Did you feel satisfied and contented with it? Or did you feel a sense of regret and sadness? Perhaps you experienced some other emotion. For me, once I realized and came to terms with the fact that I would be stranded in the U.S. for an undetermined amount of time, and that the virus, I could contract the virus, get very sick, or even die, the emotion that I experienced was a sense of satisfaction. And that was due in no small part to the fact that I had gotten clear on what my dream in life was. And I put plans in place in order to experience. And 2 years ago, I quit my job and I moved to France to live this dream. And so satisfaction abounded. The good news is, if you did not experience satisfaction, perhaps you experienced some regret. The good news is some regrets don't have to remain as such. When I first realized that I was going to be stranded here and have a lot of time on my hands, an image of my flute sitting alone in my apartment in France came to me. And I'd brought my flute to France in order to play it, get good at it again. And that was my goal for all of last year. However, I did not create habits that would allow me to achieve this goal. I played it a handful of times and then put it down and didn't think about it again. This is what I'm talking about when I say that some regrets don't have to remain as such. Should I choose to get good at the flute when I go back to France, I can always put a plan in place. I can create habits, set an accountability strategy in order to reach this goal. This concept goes to the catalyst for cultivating courage, that is setting a meaningful goal, because, having a regret is tied to something that we did not achieve. And so when we set a meaningful goal, a goal that is tied to a burning desire, then we move through our fears more effortlessly, and we do what is required to maintain discipline and determination. Now, there are some regrets. I want to say this. There are some regrets that aren't as easily fixed as some others. And those that concern a relationship with somebody who has passed on are key examples of this. There are ways to move through this and make amends in situations like this, but that is a topic for another conversation. To help you use this concept, some regrets don't have to remain as such. I'd like to ask you a few questions and have you write them down if you'd like, the answers down if you'd like. The first question is the question I asked at the top, and that is, how did you feel after the dust settled with this crisis, the coronavirus crisis, about how you'd been living your life? Question number 2 is, where did those feelings or emotions come from? What were they tied to? What situations or experiences that you did or did not do created those? Question number 3 is, are those feelings that you would welcome having? Or are they feelings that you would wish you did not have? And question number 4 is, what could you do in order to have the feelings that you would have preferred having the next time a crisis that causes you to take stock of your life occurs? What plan can you put in place? What goal could you set? How could you hold yourself accountable in order to reach your dream? That is Courage Concept number 39. Some regrets don't have to remain as such. That's all I have for you today. Bye for now.